there, everyone. Once again, we're here with a weekly reading focus, and this one is on book clubs. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about what you can do if you're in a book club or you want to start your own book club, or if you're just telling someone about a book that you read. So in Schoology, under May 18th, weekly reading focus, you'll find these different charts. And the first one is just some information about how to have a book club. And once again, these charts are here for you to use how you want to when you're reading nonfiction books or any books. Okay, so here comes our first one. Thank you for being patient. All right. It says book clubs have conversations to grow new ideas. So when you have a book club, you're sharing what you're thinking, but then you might learn something new from somebody else if they read the same book. So it says, I used to think, but now I'm thinking. So now I think, but then I read this part that says, I thought I knew something about. So these are all different kind of sentence starters, idea starters, to get you thinking and get the conversation going. I'm going to go back to another one, and this one is called Key Details. So when you are sharing what you know about a book with someone else, you want to include the key details. So this one is set up kind of like bookmarks. So you can always print it off and cut them apart so that you always have it with you. I was going to see. So hopefully you can see it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so readers hang on to key details. So you want to share who or what is this mostly about. So whether it's fiction or nonfiction, you want to think about what was the main thing it was about. So like the book you see on my screen is soccer. So the key detail would be soccer. If it's a fictional story, you can think about who are the main characters. What is happening? Okay. When or where is this taking place? Why is this happening? Why is this important? And how does this work? Okay. So if you are thinking about fiction, then you're really thinking about when or where. But if I was thinking about soccer, I might be thinking about when would I play soccer? When is the main time of the year that you play soccer? What is happening would be, what are some details that you could share about soccer? Why is this happening? Why is this important? So why is soccer important? What's good about it? How could this help people? Okay, whether it's just entertainment or maybe it's good physical activity. So when you are thinking about sharing a book, here are some things you might want to think about. And then the last one I have is on comparing books, and that's called Readers Compare and Contrast. So here you can compare different books that you read and tell how they're the same and how they're different. This is kind of like when we talked about the Venn diagram, when we talked about organizing information. You could use the Venn diagram to compare, or you can just talk about it. So it says readers compare and contrast books in this section, but in this section. So maybe you're talking about things that happened in the book. How did the beginning change and how are things different in the end? Okay, maybe you're comparing two different books. Maybe you read two books on soccer and you're comparing the information that you read. Okay, maybe you're comparing two animals or two books. Okay, so like we saw the Venn diagram on sharks and whales. So you can tell the difference between two animals that you read about, or maybe you read two books and you want to tell how they're the same and how they're different. That's what this one is, how they're the same. Okay, this one says, unlike blank, this book doesn't have. What's missing? What does it have the same? And then what are some things you learned? Okay, so these are just some different things that can get your brain going when you're trying to talk about books, whether you're telling somebody about something you read or listening to somebody tell you about something they read. Here are some questions you could ask. All right, happy reading.